is on third down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down right at the line of scrimmage. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it's the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19. This is Ingram on first and 10. And some room to work. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On target over the middle to Hill. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Bree's going to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Vinny Curry in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Breeze to throw for it on 4. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive. First carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. Play fake to Blount. Now it's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. A very solid gain of 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. Here is the punter Jones as he gets this one away. Here's Ginn. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Saints offense gets ready to take back over the football. Earlier we talked about Drew Brees having the complement with a great backfield. And Ingram and Kamara once again were great last week in that win, weren't they?
How about evoking these names? Roger Craig, Wendell Tyler, San Francisco 49ers, 1985. Because this is the 4th time that Kamara and Ingram have been over 100 each, right, from scrimmage?
Right.
4th time this year. The last time anyone did it that many times, Roger Craig, Wendell Tyler with the 49ers.
Wow. Back in 1985, correct?
How about that?
That pass falling to the ground gives me a second to look back to November. Offensive and defensive rookies of the month, Charles. It was Alvin Kamara offensively, and then Reuben Foster, the old Alabama player, defensively.
No, I'm going to start with Reuben Foster because he was a high draft pick, ended up going in the 1st round, but didn't go as high as we expected due to some lingering shoulder issues at Alabama. But guess what? What a great pick for San Francisco. Now that he's managed to stay healthy, you're seeing all the things you expected to see. The speed, the agility, the ability to hit, diagnose plays, it's all in evidence. And Alvin Kamara, he just amazes us week in and week out with his playmaking ability.
Now Brees throwing on 2nd down. Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Brees picked off by his former teammate, Malcolm Jenkins. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blount, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010, his rookie year? And 18 touchdowns in the regular season? And no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder trying to prove something.
Now a toss play to Blount. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Trey Burton punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
Well, that was not quite the holy roller, partner. That was San Diego, Oakland. You might remember that in 1978, right? Kenny Stabler, forward fumble. Dave Casper falls on the end zone. Oakland beats him on the last play of the game. But that was a live football. And what a nice job he did to fall in the end zone. And yes, indeed, folks, that's a touchdown.
By the way, John Madden was coaching in that holy roller game, wasn't he?
He certainly was, and he wanted to make sure that the call went his team's way, was out on the field and was told, yes, it's a touchdown. Now get back on the sidelines.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Brees gives it up to Ingram. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Breeze now on first down. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
This will be caught inside the 10. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal. Breeze, one of the best ever in these situations as he's trying to get his guys set. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and goal. They'll send Ginn in motion left.
Here we go.
Breeze now on third and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Brandon Graham coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. On fourth down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Wentz will try again on second down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. So after the INT, it's Breeze. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On second down, here's Breeze. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The tight end Josh Hill was the target. Third down here.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. To throw, it's Breeze. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And Lutz's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Time for a break. And actually, Larry, hold that thought. We're right back to the action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
To throw, it's Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Craig Robertson coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Steps away to his left. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Breeze. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there from 17 yards out. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing is Wentz. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Buying time to his left. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Wentz going to give this one to Blunt, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. On first down, Wentz. Ertz over the middle. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. And they'll go Wentz to Blunt here. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. LeGarrette Blunt, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Back now here live in New Orleans. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a handoff to Ingram. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On the counter, Ingram. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Brandon Graham bringing the pressure again, and that is his third sack here tonight. On third and long, it's Breeze. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best run.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Vinny Curry in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Breeze. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Breeze picked off by his former teammate, Malcolm Jenkins. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll begin here with Blunt. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now Wentz will keep it.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On the toss, this is Blunt. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Now Wentz. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Sheldon Rankins coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. To throw is Wentz. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ken Crawley. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. Breeze now. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Nigel Bradham in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight.
Kill. Easy.
To throw is Breeze. And this is going to be intercepted. Breeze picked off by his former teammate, Malcolm Jenkins. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Back to throw, Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Four yards remaining now on second down. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. First throw of overtime for Breeze. He finds Coleman. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not the, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. From the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. Brandon Coleman was the intended target, and it's third down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Now Breeze on third down. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth. The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. Over the middle, it's Thomas. 6 yards there on the pickup, and the Saints are going to get a first down. How about that, partner? Not only a fourth down conversion in a tie game, a fourth down conversion in overtime in a tie game.
And so many factors go into making that call, and a lot of it is a head coach feeling the rhythm and understanding his team. Sometimes you think, okay, we better get this done right now. We might not have enough left if we let this game extend. Let's go get it, end it, and get a victory.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Flush to his right. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Nigel Bradham in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And the seemingly endless drive continues. From the gun on third down, Breeze. And that is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. All right, so they're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now it'll be up to their defense to try and see this one out.
So remember now, a field goal on this next drive would get us to sudden death. Any kind of turnover or turnover on downs would end the game, as would any touchdown. So this one's still very much up in the air.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown. Finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. What can Wentz do now with his drive? Forced out to his left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something. Everything magnified here in overtime. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Looks to be right around the 40. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might... Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off by the safety, Kenny McCarthy.